What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today, I want to talk about the economic engine of Nigeria and what's holding it back. I figured it out. Y'all know how we always talk about corruption. But let me pinpoint where the corruption is exactly in Nigeria, right? And how it trickles down and forces other people to be corrupt in the sake of survival. The corruption is in the administrations, the governmental administration is. That's where it is. That's where it is. That's where it really. That's where it manifests itself at. Government, like if in America, you know how you got the Department of Motor Vehicles, you got your Social Security office, you got your your GSA, you got your airport authority, those type of things. The governmental systems that's meant to operate and meant to run so that the country can run, right? That is where the corruption is, because what happens is they don't pay the people they're supposed to pay. And that's why there's always a bunch of strikes and people just can't get things done, or things are slowed down, right? But the private sector, despite the fact that they don't get support from the government the way they should, and they can't run and operate as smoothly as they possibly could because the government, like the electricity, things like that. And it's not like they don't have the infrastructure. It's here. What they don't have is competent administrators who are professional and do their damn jobs. That's what they don't have, right? It's a bunch of old geezers, right, who want to do things the old way. Now, of course, that's consistent in that's everywhere though. China is like that. America is like that everywhere. So I'm not saying it's anything super especially inherent here, but what's unique about this place is they're not, at least in like China, right? At least in China, China is a whole case, but at least, well, no, it's not true. I'm about to lie. I was about to say China, takes care of. They don't take care of their people at all. Y'all just don't know. China is horrible. That's why most Chinese people are coming up through the Mexican border trying to get to America and Canada. You don't even own yourself in China. You are a true subject. You are not a citizen in China. Right? But that's a story for another day. But in America, the corruption is also in the same places, right? And they what America do is they gouge us. They gouge us and they gouge us and they overcharge us, but they still provide the service. They at least pay their workers. They pay the secretaries. They pay the accountants. They pay them at least. And then they take the money, right? They pay you first, then they take the money, right? But here, sometimes they literally don't pay at all, right? So it has me thinking. I really appreciate the teachers, the administrators, like even at the schools, right? You have teachers that's literally not getting paid for 5, 6, 7 months, but you expect them to go to work and teach children, right? You expect even the principal of the school, the vice principal, or I'm talking about at the highest level at the private sector of these schools, are not getting paid, even though the money is allocated. The government has it. It's just some old geezer in the office decide, I'm gonna put it in my pocket instead of paying you. What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do for 8 months? It's so ridiculous. I'm almost willing to bet that the people in the administration don't have a degree. They don't have any type of formal training. They just got hooked up by their boy or something like that. And they just been working there for like umpteen years. And it's just, they don't have the professionalism or the skill to do these things. And they're just stealing the money, because what you gonna do? But now that social media is out and about, they can't get away with it like they used to. So you're talking about teachers that will teach students for a year and not get paid. But how do they feed themselves? You talking about police officers, right? Who are expected to come work every day, right? Traveling sometimes 2-3 hours a day, right? Not getting paid for months. You talking about people working at the airport, right? Who are traveling from far. Some of us traveling from far. I'm talking about far, right? They working at the airport, right? Not getting paid. And of course, if you're doing all of this because they're forcing you to work, or you have to work and you're not getting paid, you're doing it for free, and you know that it's corruption, what ends up happening? You have to survive, right? So then that's when you start, you got something for me? So when you get to the airport, you'll get, like, several times, you'll have people begging you for money. And you like, don't you got a job? Don't you get paid? That's what we're thinking. No, they're not getting paid sometimes. So the culture of people, they're passing along, so the corruption falls down, right? So that's why the police officer is sitting here wanting 200. They passing along there because they know that driver's making money up. They see them drivers with all those people. They know those drivers got money. Man, come on, man. You see me standing out here in the middle of nowhere. Come on, man. Pass me 50, 100 there. I'm gonna make it. That's how they gotta survive. How they gonna eat? How you gonna make money to go to work? How you gonna make money to feed your family? You gotta do what you gotta do. Just like in America, right? What do people do when they ain't got no money? They rob and steal and they kill, right? That's what we do in America. White, black, everybody, right? When they don't have economic opportunity, when they feel like the system against them, they rob and sometimes they're either weak-minded or desperate. They do criminality, right? Where in Nigeria, it's not so much criminality. It's just, hey, come on, man, pass it over, man. Get a little something. And everybody kind of does it, right? Everybody kind of does it, and it's usually in administration because they're not getting paid. Now, you as a civilian, it gets annoying to you. Like, man, why everybody asking me for money and bribe me? And it can get real. It can piss you off as an American. Like, it's my hard-earned money. Why should I give you my money? What are you talking about? What you do for me? But then when you think about it, they looking at you like, damn, man. And especially if they know you're American, like they know you got money, right? And the thing is, culturally, it's a giving place anyway. So if you got money, you tend to be passing out money anyway. If you have wealth, if you have means, usually you share that means with your community because it's a community thing. So that community idea of your appreciation of giving people little small monies for little things, just doing little things like that, it translates to these administrators and these police officers and all them when they're on the road and they're like, well, we kind of already do this anyway. So, hey, come on, man, hey, and then some get overzealous. They go too far, and then bad shit happens. But bad shit happens everywhere, right? Like some people, they rob people, right? And then sometimes, and nobody gets hurt, but some people rob people, and somebody get hurt. It happens. They ain't mean to do it. They was just trying to take the money and go. But sometimes shit get out of hand. It happens here too. Not very often. Nigeria is not a violent place at all. Don't listen to none of that shit you hear on TV. Compared to America, not violent. There's more crime that happens in single states single states in America than happens all in Nigeria, right? But the media the white people, they don't want you to know that. They want you to think this place is horrible. While white people are coming over here taking full advantage of the niceness and kindness and the ease of doing business when you got money over here. Because when you got money, let me tell you, you got money over here, you can do what you want. I'm telling you, you can have an army over here. You got money, you can have an army on demand. No bull crap, all right? So I just wanted to throw that out. I understand what they call corruption. I understand the system now. And I think you guys need to understand it, because when you come to Nigeria, and I know it's not just now, it's over here. It's like that in Asia too, actually, right? But when you come here, understand you'll be coming into an environment in which the situation is different. And you have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to, work within the system to get things done and to do things you want to do, okay? So don't be surprised when people are asking you for money. Don't be surprised when the police officer look at you and say, you got something for me, friend? When they come to you real nice, they'll come to you real nice. Hey, you got something for me? We're hosting you, huh? Da-da-da-da-da. And you look at them like, just as American as you can be. Fuck you. You know how we are, but it's not like, but don't be like that. But don't be stupid though. You don't got to give them nothing. You only give to people who you believe deserve it, right? And you don't have to pay a bribe. You can just sit there. We can play chicken. If you feel like you need to play chicken with some of these people, play chicken. I don't give no money to no police officer at all. I don't care what. Nope, you ain't getting no. We gonna sit here. And usually they just like, they don't want the trouble. They don't want the smoke, right? So just stick to your guns, and just move on through the system and just adapt, right? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say for now, guys. Afro Think Tank, learn something. I'm out.